Good morning, good morning. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Happy Monday. I'm gonna start this week with a video, a quick video. This shouldn't take no more than 3 to 5 minutes. I get a lot of questions from people asking me, how did I get started in my business? How did I start my business up? And I'm just gonna let you know, I'm gonna tell the story right now. And I think this would be a good time, a good video to add a whole lot of comments, especially to my business owners. How did you get started? How did you open your own business? There's a lot of people on the fence. They're trying to get their own business started and they're not quite sure how to do it, or they need a little push, a little motivation. So hopefully this video gives, whoever needs to hear it, some motivation, a little push. If you're thinking about opening your own business and you might be a little bit scared to do it, let me tell you how I got started. So real fast, my background is in, I started working on cars in tire shops, NTB, NTW, moved on to Midas, went to Firestone. After that, after working several years doing that, I got a job at a dealership, a Volvo dealership. Some people say Volvo, some people say Volvo, whatever way how you want to say it is fine with me. So I moved on. I got a job at a Volvo dealership. I worked there for about 7 years. Just working my ass off, just learning my trade, doing everything I have to do. In between time, I went to Range Rover, came back to Volvo. All right, Jaguar, came back to Volvo. So beginning of the year, it's like January 2nd. As soon as we came off of New Year's Eve break, the owner and the manager of the dealership I worked at, it was Stillman's Volvo down in Westchester. They pulled me into the office, and I thought I was in trouble, but they gave me a raise. This like January 2nd of 06, if I'm not mistaken. And they pulled me in the office. They gave me a raise. They said, we want to thank you for the amount of work, the service that you did for Stillman's. Last year, I produced $4 million in labor dollars for them, $4 million. So they said they're going to give me another $2 an hour raise. At the time, I was making $160,000 a year, so that moved me probably to about $180,000 a year. So I went back to my toolbox. I'm happy, got another raise, it's good. And I got to thinking, I was like, wait a second. They gave me $160,000 and I produced $4 million in labor dollars for them, not including the parts. Now, how much money they made in the parts that I installed? Because just in this business, we make the money on the parts. That $4 million could be $8 to $10 million, and it gave me $160,000. That rubbed me the wrong way. That Saturday when I woke up, the next Saturday after that, I came up with a bright idea. Nobody never thought about this. I should have patented this. I said, you know what I'm going to do? Because this was fantastic. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a flyer. I'm going to make a flyer. It was generic flyer, 8x10 piece of paper. It had said Phillips Volvo Repair, mobile repair. I will come to your location and I will fix your cars. So my job on Saturday and Sunday when I was off was to work 8 hours per day handing out flyers, going to the malls, going down the street, putting on people's cars, and that was my job on the weekends. The phone never stopped ringing. So by the end of the same year, 2006, that we had the conversation January 2nd, by the time June hit, I was making July hit, I was making more money on my own than I was making at the dealership. Just that fast. So then the dealership kind of got mad at me, and they didn't like the idea that I was running a business outside of their business. And I kind of understand it now. I understand it now as I'm a business owner, there's a conflict of interest. So they was about to fire me on December 30th. And I wound up just leaving. Instead of letting them fire me, I just quit. I walked out and I just quit. At that point, I just never looked back. I had so much side work. At that point, I started working on the street. I started working out of my house. I bought a lift for my house. So for that following year, for 1 year, I worked at home. I had a lift at my house. The street was filled with cars. And essentially, I just grew my business from there. So with that being said, my side business, let me know when it was time to move on. It let me know, like, okay, Phil, you're too busy to be going to people's houses working on the street. We're not doing that no more. Then I worked at my house and said, you know what, Phil, you're too busy. You cannot work out of your house anymore. You're too busy. It's time to open up a shop. So at that point, I found a shop. It was a one-bay shop. I found a shop that was just myself. About 3 months in, I'm too busy to do all the work myself. I hired one guy, Terry, who's still with me today, still works for me today. I hired Terry. After that, a year rolled by. I had to move into a bigger shop that had 3 bays. I brought my oldest son on. We all worked together, you know, for another year or two. I had to hire another guy. There was 3 of us, and it progressively grew after that. So my business let me know when it was time to expand, it was time to grow, and I just moved on. And pretty much, we'll be in 17 or 17 years in or so right now. Still growing. You know, I got myself, I got 5 guys working and my sister. So I went from a 1-person operation, going to people's houses, fixing their cars, to where I'm at now, and I'm still growing. So I hope that encourages some of you guys. That's my story. That's how I got to where I'm at. I'm still growing. I'm still reaching for the stars. And I suggest you do the same. It is very rewarding working for yourself. If you can get out of working for somebody else, I highly recommend it. There's a whole lot of stress that goes with it. It's going to be ups and downs. But my suggestion to you guys is that don't push it too fast. Let your business grow, and don't try, how can I say this? Don't try to grow too fast. If you try to grow too fast, you can get yourself in some financial problems. You'll have more bills than what you need. Just let your business grow and grow with your business. And as I was doing the side work, this is very important. As I was doing the side work, I bought all my equipment. While I was working at the dealership, I bought all my equipment because I knew I was growing. So I bought the lifts, the diagnostic equipment, everything that I needed, tire machine, balancing machines. I bought all that while I was working at the dealership and making side money. So when I moved into my own shop, I already had all my equipment. I was set and ready to go. I had no loans. I didn't owe nobody. I still don't owe nobody. Everything in that shop is paid for. Yes, I just bought a new tire machine for about $13,000, but everything else is paid for. Everything else is paid for, and it's still making me money. So I hope that encouraged everybody. I thought it was going to be about a 3 to 5 minute video, but it's like 7 minutes. Let me know in the comments. Should I have done anything different? What did you do different? And that way we can encourage some people to step out and do their own thing. Everybody enjoy your day.